Hello everyone, Standard 8, Subject Science, Chapter number 1, Crop Production and Management, Part 4. Okay, so in this chapter we have learned what are the types of crops. Okay, so from the basis of their seasons we divided into two parts. First one is Kharif and the second one is the Rabi crop. Okay, then we have seen some agricultural practices. Okay, so farmers used to do all that practices while growing the crops. Okay. Now, and the last one we have seen, that is animal husbandry. Okay. So these three things we have learned in this chapter. Okay. Now, in this class we are going to see what kind of questions were asked in your exam. Okay. From this chapter. So we'll start from filling the blanks. So my first filling the blank says, the same kind of plant grown and cultivated on a large scale at a place is called, it's nothing but my definition of crop. So what will come over here? That is crop. Okay. Now the second thing is damaged seeds put on the top of the water. So we have learned one activity. In that activity we have seen that a hologram seeds are which are damaged seeds are floated on the water, and a heavier seeds which are a good quality seeds are seen at the bottom of water. We have seen that one activity. Okay. So here given is my damaged seeds would be float on the top of the water. Okay. Why it floated? Because of the hollowness of a seed. Okay. That's why it just gets a lighter in weight. That's why it floated on a water. For growing the crop, sufficient sunlight and light as well as blend from the soil are essential. Okay. For a good production of growth, what will we do? We just give them sufficient nutrients, water, sunlight proper. Okay. So what will come over here? Sunlight as well as water. Okay, sunlight and water as well as a nutrient. If soil does not contain any nutrient, my crop will not grow. So what we will require to grow a crop, that one is a water. Okay, and as well as nutrients. Okay, from the soil. Now, the time duration for Rabi crop is generally from, okay, now look at over Rabi crops. We have learned to classify the crops on the basis of their seasons. Okay, so the first one we have seen, that is a Kharif crop. Okay, and second one is the Rabi crops. So the Kharif crop is nothing but a crop which are grown in a rainy season. Okay, we call it a Kharif crop, and a Rabi crop for that, a crop which are grown in a winter season, we call it a Rabi crop. And we know that in India, my winter season, how long it will take last? October to March only. So what will come over here? So a time duration for Rabi crops is generally from October to March. The answer is October to March. Now, a crop which is sown in a rainy season is called, again, this one is the rainy season, and a crop which are grown in rainy season is Rabi crops. it can be cultivated in a monsoon. Okay. So on the basis of season, we have seen kharif crop which require more amount of water. Why? That's why that kharif crop cultivated on a rainy season. Okay. So what answer come over here? The kharif crop require more water. Huh? So the kharif crop require more water. Okay, so it can be cultivated on in a monsoon. Now, the process of loosening and turning of the soil is called, okay, we have seen in the preparation of soil. Okay, my first step, that one is preparation of soil. We have to prepare our soil for a growth of crop. Okay, so in that process, what we are going to do? We are just loosening our soil and turning it. Okay, so that one is called we just do a ploughing or else say tilling. Okay, so your answer, you can write tilling or as well as ploughing. Okay. Now, the eighth one, nowadays ploughing is done by a tractor driven. Okay. Now, we have seen three types of preparation of soil. In that three types of tools we were using to prepare our soil. First one is a plough. Second one is a hoe, and the third one is a cultivator. Plough and hoe are traditionally from the ancient time we were using that one. Okay, and a cultivator is my modern methodology. So, and we know that who drawn the tractor? Tractor driver only. Okay, so the ploughing is done by a tractor driven. Okay. It's called a cultivator. Cultivator. Okay. Now, a wooden block contains a strong and triangular iron strip called, okay, a wooden block. So you have seen in your textbook a picture is given that a triangular shape, something like that, a triangular shape. Okay. So a wooden block contains a strong triangular iron strip. It's called plough share. It's called plough share. Now, a separation of grain seeds, the separation of grain seeds from the share, the separation of grain seeds from the calf is called, it's called a threshing. It's called a threshing. Now, we just move towards a more question. animal is obtained by the decomposition of the plant and animal dung. Okay. Now this one is nothing but chemical only. So the fertilizer is an inorganic salt. Okay. It's an inorganic salt. It's nothing but my chemical. Now the next point, from where we get manures? Decomposition of dead plants and animal dung. Okay. From where we just prepare all my manures in a field only. So it can be prepared in field. Okay. Now it's chemical, so it should be, not it should be, it's prepared in factories. So the fertilizer prepared in factories. Okay. So my first point is manures obtained by the decomposition of dead plants and animal dung. The second point of first point of fertilizer is it's nothing but an organic salt, or you can write over here it's a chemical. Okay. Instead of inorganic salt, you can write just chemical. That is also true. It can be prepared in field. Okay. Now fertilizer is prepared in factory. Now move towards to the next, that is a drip system and a sprinkler system. Now this one is a drip system. Okay. Drip system and sprinkler system. So we have learned this two types of irrigation only. Okay. So in that irrigation, with just this is nothing but my modern methods. In irrigation, we have learned two types. First one is the traditional method, and the second one is the modern method. In first one, we have seen a daily and all type of methods only. Now, in modern method, we learn two types, that is like drip system and a sprinkler system. Drip system is means a drop by drop. Okay, so we can write over here. In drip system, it's nothing a drop by drop. It just placed near to the root. Okay, so first point you can write that one. Drip system is placed near to the root or cell, you can near to the ground near to the ground. Okay. Now sprinkler system, it's nothing, we just see that it just sparkle like a rain. Okay, so it's a perpendicular to the ground. The sprinkler system is placed perpendicular to the ground. Okay, in drip system we have seen that it's near to the it's placed near to the ground. It's nothing but horizontally, and sprinkler system it's perpendicular. It means vertical to the ground. Okay. Now see the second point. You can write that one. We have seen that in the sprinkler system, when it mostly this method of being a hill area where the coffee plants grow. Okay, so that in hill area we have seen that the land is uneven. Somewhere it's like a sliding like sliding straight. Okay, from there a sprinkler system is mostly used. So we can write that over here that when it is used, it is mostly used in when my land is uneven. Okay, like for a coffee plant. Okay, now look at this one. It's near to the ground. Okay, so to avoid a wastage of water, okay, we use this one drip system because it drop by drops water just came out and directly near to the roots. Okay, so you can write over here so you can write over here. It can be useful to watering fruits, vegetable. Okay, etc. without wasting water. Wasting water. Okay. So this one is, it can be useful when land is uneven. Okay, it can be useful when land is uneven, like coffee plant, which are grown in hill area, hill area. So we have already discussed Kharif and Rabi. Okay, we just classified these two crops on the basis of the season. And Kharif grows in a rainy season. The crop which are like the Kharif crop. The Kharif crops grow in rainy season. So this one is in a winter. Okay. In general, or you can say generally, rainy season in India from June to September. Generally, winter season in India from October to March. October to March. Okay. So all these three questions might be asked in your exams. Okay, this is nothing but very easy. Minerals and fertilizer, okay, drip system and sprinkler system, Kharif and Rabi crops. Okay.